Trailblazers' big three overcomes Jazz team game. And none of those three was named Lillard. The Portland Trailblazers nearly escaped Utah with a victory over the Jazz on Saturday night. The 116-111 victory in Salt Lake City snaps a three-game losing streak for the Blazers, who had lost 8 of their previous 10 games entering this game. The Blazers had an early lead, leading by 9 points after the first quarter. They maintained that lead until halftime, but the Jazz came alive in the second half to offer the Blazers a late-game challenge. Anthony Simons leads the game in scoring with 45 points, a lifetime high. The Utah Jazz were led by Jordan Clarkson, who finished with 24 points, and had 4 other players score at least 15 points in the team effort. For a breakdown by quarter of tonight's game, check out our instant recap. These were some of the main takeaways from the win tonight. Anthony Simons. It was mentioned before, but it cannot be overstated how good Anthony Simons was tonight. He had a career high points in a quarter with 23 points in the first. He scored a Blazers franchise record 33 points in the first half on his way to a career high 45 points. Simons made 7 threes, was perfect on 8 free throw attempts, and shot 60% from the field overall in his explosive performance. Tale of two halves. The Blazers looked unbeatable in the first half, at least on offense. They were scoring at will and taking care of the ball while doing it. They turned the ball over just 3 times in the half while forcing more than a few Jazz mistakes to jump out to a lead that grew as big as 15 points. However, the Jazz immediately turned the tide by scoring 7 points in the first minute and a half of the second half to cut the Blazers' early advantage. The Blazers were able to hold on and win despite sloppy play late in the game. The Blazers turned the ball over a whopping 10 times in the second half, and the Jazz were able to capitalize to the tune of 14 points off turnovers for the game. When are the reinforcements coming? The Blazers' big three of Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant, and Jusuf Nurkic combined for an incredible 93 points this game. Nurkic also chipped in 14 rebounds, including 5 offensive boards. However, it is easy to see this game ending in a loss if even just one of Simons, Grant, or Nurkic was a bit more inefficient. The Blazers hope that this is the beginning of the end for their recent skid as they look to get some of those names off the injury report moving forward. There are a lot of valuable role players on the Blazers roster, but when big-name scorers are missing, it is easy for the offense to become...
I think Curry was talking.
Grant and Simons have both been playing at or near all-star level, and with Lillard coming back, the Blazers should turn out just fine. Limiting ball movement. The Blazers held the Jazz to just 20 assists tonight, a great performance limiting a Jazz team that relies on scoring by committee. Stopping the ball from flying around the court helped the Blazers limit the amount of open looks the Jazz got from 3 and around the rim. The Blazers won points in the paint and shot better from 3. There were more than a few times this game where the Jazz were forced to take a low percentage shot late in the shot clock due to an unproductive offensive possession. Mitigating three-point threats. The Jazz as a team shot 36% from 3 on 36 attempts. A lot of their players earned high percentages, but Jordan Clarkson and Malik Beasley, who both shoot above 36% from 3 normally, combined to shoot February 15th from deep. They were forced into bad shots time and time again throughout the game, and the Blazers were able to capitalize on their missed shots. Overall, the two had 27 points on 35 shots for an extremely inefficient night for both score-first guards, which lead to them both being in the negative in plus-minus. Defense when it mattered. Allowing 90 points through 3 quarters doesn't exactly constitute a great defensive performance, but the Blazers were able to buckle down and play gritty towards the end of the game. Allowing just 21 points in the fourth quarter and managing to string together some good defensive possessions late in the game. The Blazers allowed just 1 made field goal in the last 2.5 minutes of the game, culminating in a Simons block on a potentially game-tying Jordan Clarkson 3-point attempt.